Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Cyrus Webb Presents. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. For our Amazon audience, welcome. Make sure you guys do hit that follow button. If you guys are new to us here on Amazon, you'll see it either here in this corner or down below. You also see some of the products that were created by our next guest. We're excited to welcome John Ellis to our broadcast today. John is someone I actually discovered last year thanks to a great product that's here on Amazon that we're going to be talking to you guys about today, which is the RollRanger. All of us have had issues sometimes when it comes to tape, getting ready for different projects. Well, John has been able to find a great solution to that. We're going to talk to him not only about that, have him demonstrate it for us, but also has another product here on Amazon we're going to let you guys know about as well. For those tuning in on the simulcast, we welcome you guys on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter. We do have the chat open now, so if you guys have any questions or comments for John, would love to be able to have those as well. For those who are joining us on the Amazon side, you will be able to see right now highlighted in the carousel the RollRanger. So make sure you guys go ahead and grab it for yourself. You see it's 15% off today. John, thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. It's a real pleasure to be here with you, Cyrus. Thank you.
Look, the pleasure is definitely all mine. As I mentioned, you and I were introduced to each other last year. So I found out about RollRanger then, was able to be able to get mine toward the end of the year. I'm going to be posting a video of myself using it on social media as we go into the weekend. But I want to talk to you about this experience. What has it been like for you to have seen a need for something, John, and create something that kind of meets that need?
Yeah, well, I have a background in engineering. I've owned an optical engineering company for 20 years. And so we usually design really complex systems like lenses on self-driving cars, ophthalmoscopes, medical devices, street lights, all kinds of different, very high-tech things that are using light, sending light. And occasionally I need to send packages. And I've been, in this business for about 20 years. And honestly, my eyes are not as good as they were 20 years ago. And 20 years ago, I wouldn't have had these reading glasses that I'm wearing right now. And so, packing a box for work or doing an Amazon return or something like that, I always, go and I grab that tape and, about half the time I can't find the edge, and I'm getting more annoyed because I have other things that I want to be doing with my day. So I'm frustrated, trying to find the edge. And then maybe I do find it and I start to tear it up and the whole thing shreds because it's some kind of cheap kind of tape. Mm-hmm. So it was just something that bugged me. And I thought that there would be a way to fix it, to use technology since we're using optics to see like really small microscopic objects. How come, could we come up with some kind of technology that would, find the edge and do it inexpensively? So, we kind of talked about different ideas with our engineering team about, the best way to do that. And, we came up with this product, the RollRanger. And, the way it works is pretty simple. It's got a little sort of pin here at the bottom, almost like an old phonograph record. And when that pin engages with the tape edge, the light's going to come on. So, an example here, I've got my roll of tape. Again, can't figure out where the edge is. So I go there and now I've hit the edge and the light comes on. So that's finding the edge. That's the first annoyance solved. And then the picking it up without shredding it is the next thing. So I can use this sort of yellow edge here, which is, it's not going to cut it. It's not going to tear tear the bottom edges of the tape. I'm just going to use this to kind of, get it started and pull it up. And that's the RollRanger tape edge sensor. And, it's not a product that, is a cure for cancer or global warming. But it's just one of those annoying things that people go through, that you just don't want to deal with. And it's just a handy little gadget that, I use myself all the time because, I was the first customer. I'm still needing to pack boxes and still finding rolls of tape that I can't figure out where the edge is. And, it just solves a little sort of niche problem that a lot of people have, and particularly people as we get older. Your eyes don't work as well. Not everybody has fingernails. Some people like to find the edges with fingernails, but not everybody has fingernails. And it's funny as I talk to people, I think you sort of started like, what has it been like, and what has the response been, that kind of thing. Um, I've worked, like I said, on a lot of different things. Lenses and the Xbox Connect. We did a lens in the Barbie doll once. Self-driving cars, like really high-tech stuff. But in terms of a problem that solved, that when I talk to people and I say, "Hey, have you ever lost the edge of the," people are always immediately know that frustration. It's like an immediate connection, and I've never had anything like that. Like, oh, I hate it when that happens. So I would say that people are glad that there's something, to fix this, and it is, it's a frustration that that a lot of people have had. So,
Right.
you know,
Well, I think that's the interesting thing here, John, and we're going to be reminding our audience, especially those who are not joining us on Amazon. So I want to say for you guys, I see you guys coming in over on YouTube and Facebook. Welcome to you guys on Twitter. Hello to you guys. You guys can now comment for us on Twitter or X as well now. So feel free, if you guys have any questions or comments for John, you can put those in too. But I think this is a great thing about having this conversation, John, because my audience knows I do hundreds of reviews every month on different products. So when I first found out about the RollRanger, I was excited about it myself. So that's why I decided to go ahead and purchase one for myself to try, because I also am like you. I do a lot of packages. I'm doing things for families, sending things off. And that is an annoyance that I can definitely relate to. So I thought it was, what a cool thing. And then for it to be something that's inexpensive as well. So I want to say for you guys on the Amazon side, you guys will see the regular price is $12.99. It is on sale right now for 15% off. You guys can get it for $10.99. So it's a great thing to be able to add, of course, for yourself. But John, I have to say, especially sending kids off to school, this is something that teachers can use. It is something I think that fits so many different aspects of our lives. I visit a lot of schools myself. Is that one of the things that you hope that this is one of the things that teachers can be able to use, that others can be able to use to make things a little bit easier for them?
Yeah, I think that it's a product that's pretty universal. So schools, warehouses, just your average person returning their Amazon package or their Zappos shoes that didn't fit. But particularly people who are, older, people who are maybe less, ability to pick up a roll of tape. People with eyesight that's not as good. As we age, some of that dexterity and vision. So it's something that I think can reduce frustration for lots of people. And something that's sort of funny that I've encountered talking about this is, we said how a lot of people relate to this problem, and then but there are people, and they'll say, well, I always fold the tape edge over. I fold the edge, and then I never have a problem. And I said, well, that's good. But then you talk to them more. I says, so who else is in your house? Oh, well, I live with my kids and my wife. Do they always remember to fold the tape? Oh no, and I hate it.
Yeah.
They never put it over. My wife never folds it over. My husband never folds. Kids don't, and then I can never find it again. And so it's like, oh, okay. So not everybody remembers to fold it over or leave it on the tape gun or whatever. And it's kind of thing that there's some kind of, I don't know, little bit of the thing that partners just disagree about.
Right.
And it's also an area that there's been no. What has the innovation been in tape in the last 50 years? I mean, it's just these companies are big companies. They sell millions or billions of these things. They're not really trying to innovate or make people's experience better. They're just pushing more tape. So this is just an area that a little inexpensive thing can create a whole much better customer experience for everybody, like you said, from teachers in the classroom to people working in a warehouse.
And I think that's the cool thing for sure. And I love the fact too, one of the things that of course I as a reviewer as well, John, I'm always thinking about is what others are saying. You've already started getting reviews for the product. How does that make you feel to see, especially as you read the reviews, to be able to know that what you hoped it would achieve, hoped it would do for people, that it actually is doing that for them?
It's good, and I tell you, the first review I got was thrilling because it was the best one I got, and the person said something like, oh, I've looked all my life for this gadget, and I hope this guy sells, 1 million of them. And I was like, yeah, that's my guy.
Right.
So that was first review. If you look on Amazon, was the best one. But yeah, people like it. People are using it. So yeah, it's pretty fun to create something that, I mean, there's nothing else out there like this. This isn't, there's a lot of Me Too products, and some of them have certain level of innovation and improvement. I mean, there's, we've all had water bottles, but now there's water bottles that are better water bottles, but it's still a water bottle,
Right.
and it does the same job. And this is something that's that hasn't existed before. So I enjoy
Love
that
that.
part of it.
Love that. See you guys over there on YouTube. I want to say, for those who want to reset real quickly, John, say for those who are just tuning in, welcome. You all are watching Cyrus Webb Presents here on Amazon, but we are simulcasting today on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter. We have John Ellis joining us today. He's a creator of the RollRanger. We have it highlighted on the Amazon side. So if you guys are not on Amazon, you'll see the link that will bring you guys over to Amazon. We're going to have John show it again for us, for those who are just coming in. But we're talking about the RollRanger, the problem that it's able to solve when it comes to finding that edge of the tape that can be sometimes so frustrating for us as well. So, John, I'm going to go ahead and highlight you again for those who are just coming in. Would love for you to be able to demonstrate it again. And then we're going to talk about another product you have here on Amazon as well. That's great for the kitchen as well. But I'm going to go ahead and get you highlighted here and let you showcase the RollRanger again for us.
Yeah. So again, just a basic demo here. Having a hard time finding the edge of the roll of tape is this universal problem. So we're just going to use this RollRanger. We're going to roll it around the edge of the device, and there we go. When we get to that edge, it's going to say that's where it's lit up. And if you notice, if I go over it this way, I don't know if you noticed, but the light didn't come on. Okay, and that's not a bug. That's a feature, because when we get to the next part of, well, we want to scrape it up, I need to know which way I got to push. Right. So now I'm going to use the scraping part here, and I'm going to lift this piece up without tearing or shredding or creating some mess with the tape. So that's the RollRanger product that we have on Amazon.
Yeah.
I'm
sorry. Go ahead, John.
Well, I was just going to jump into the other.
Oh, product. Yeah, definitely. Go ahead.
So as I mentioned, my company's got a long experience in doing engineering design, and a few years ago we started to kind of start licensing products and finding partners for licensing. And one of the things that we came up with is this product here, which is also on Amazon, but apparently it's out of stock. But and it's sold by a well-known brand called Farberware. So my company invented it and licensed the technology. And this is also a brand new thing that doesn't exist in the world. And if you've ever dealt with sharpening a kitchen knife, there's a couple problems. First of all, you can sharpen it for a while and not know whether you've done a good job. And second of all, you don't always know whether the knife is dull, because the way they tell you to determine that is by, cutting a piece of paper, which is a very subjective kind of measurement. Mm-hmm. So this product called Smart Sharp, which is sold by Farberware, again, is on Amazon. I think other locations too, has this little sensor here. And you see this thing is going to light up when I put my knife in. And if it's green, it's going to tell me, well, green means that I'm sharp, okay? And when it gets to the yellow or the red, or the light doesn't come on, it's going to tell me that I need to dull. It's dull, so I need to sharpen. So this is right now telling me that this knife is mostly sharp, but there's some spots here, down here, and I think a little bit up here, where it really needs to be sharpened. And if I just flip the knife over, obviously I've got the dull edge here. You can see the light doesn't even come on when I push this, so it's really dull. So this is just a way to give people feedback, in something that is a very subjective measurement. So that's been a product that's been out about a year or so, and again is sold by this Farberware brand. But the RollRanger is one that just my company is selling, and I love that comment that just came through from Facebook.
From Karen. She says, I need this in my life. I pack boxes all the time and end up using non-Christian words. I love that.
Yes, I think that's very very apropos
Yeah. Yeah. So
comment.
Karen, you have to make sure you click the link there on Facebook. We have it for you guys. That'll bring you over to Amazon. Definitely make sure you get it for yourself. Hello to you, Manswell, as well. He says hello to you as well. John Manswell's joining us on Facebook too. So it is one of those things too. Again, that's why I was so excited to have you on, John, because for one, as you know, like I said, my audience knows I review a whole lot of products. It's very rare though, John, that we actually have the creator of the product come on the show to talk about it as well. So when you and I connected, I was like, hey, you got to come on Amazon with me to talk about this, because it's one thing for me to be able to show it, but for the creator of the product to be here to show it is definitely a cool thing. So as I mentioned, the product is $12.99 for the RollRanger. Again, it is being able to help you find the tape edge there. And John, it's been my experience that it pretty much works on any roll of tape, right?
Yeah, you could use it. Painter's tape. Duct tape.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, basically any roll of tape. It's for this size, so it's not for like Scotch tape, or you could
Right.
use it for Scotch tape, but it'd be a little awkward. But it's this clear tape that's the one that, at least I personally find to be the one that I most frequently have wind up saying non-Christian words when I'm dealing with this, as Karen mentioned.
Right.
But yeah, we'll work with other ones.
Love that. So again, you guys can get it again. Regular price $12.99. It is on sale right now. I have it highlighted again for you guys in the Amazon carousel. On sale for 15% off. That's $10.99. I'm excited about being able to help share, with John here. But also, as I mentioned, I have a video I created as well. I'm going to be sharing as well. As you can see how John's able to use it. Works very easy. Again, helping you find the edge, but then of course to be able to pull it up so you can be able to use it, and then you're all set to go. It's a really nice feature, something the entire family can use. So, John, definitely glad to have you on to talk about it. Again, they can get the RollRanger here on Amazon. But, John, how can they best stay connected with you?
Well, our website is RollRanger.store.
Mm-hmm.
.store sometimes catches people, but RollRanger.store. So you can check us out there. And there's the links to our social media there as well.
Awesome.
Facebook and Instagram. It's a new product, so we're just kind of starting to produce that kind of content. But we've got posts of other users. People have been showing their videos and stuff like that. So
love that.
Yeah.
Jafar, thank you so much. On the Amazon side, Jafar says best Amazon live stream that I've ever seen. As an Amazon influencer myself, I learned a lot from the way you present products. Thank you for that, Jafar. I appreciate that. Glad you could watch us over here. And I love being able to bring great things. You guys know I talk about a lot of products here on our channel here on Amazon.
Yeah.
Interview a lot of people, but I'm excited, John, about being able to share this with our audience. And John, I hope you will come back and share with us again.
Cyrus, it's a pleasure. I echo the words of that commenter, and thank you, and wish you continued success and on this great platform. And I really love the audience that you've built and the format that you've created to give inventors and authors an opportunity to talk and connect with people and just share the knowledge and share the connection. So it's great.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate that, John. And we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Cyrus Webb Presents. Until next time, I'm Cyrus Webb saying thank you so much for being with us. We'll talk to you all real soon. Take care.